Welcome back to the Chad Hasty Show, News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM, KFYO in studio. You've heard him on KFYO for years now. He was an anchor. Now he fills in from time to time on all the different shows, and also an attorney in town. And if he's not busy enough, now you want to conquer something else. Cole Shooter in studio, running for Lubbock County Republican Chairman.
That's right. Good morning, Chad. How are you?
Doing great. How are you doing, man?
I am doing wonderful. And I've got to say, the amount of support that I've gotten and just this outpouring of, well, we were waiting for it.
Yeah.
Sort of thing has been fantastic. I mean, I am absolutely overwhelmed.
Well, that's awesome. And I was going to ask you, what the reaction has been. It seems to me, at least online, on social media, a lot of people like the idea of you running.
Apparently, and I'm actually pretty humbled by that. I mean, I've got a lot of confidence in myself and what I can do, but the fact that other people actually believe this too is a really nice thing. And I can't tell y'all how much I appreciate it. And it's been good. I mean, as soon as it came out, my phone lit up, and it only started calming down yesterday afternoon. In fact, it was kind of rough because I had clients most of the day on Tuesday, and I had to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb. I unlocked it, and it was just everywhere. And I heard from people that I hadn't heard from in years, folks who used to be on the city council.
Yeah.
Folks that I hadn't talked to in 10 or 15 years. It was a very strange thing.
Anyone who ever threw you out of any place that you were reporting at?
No, but I was always over at the ones that didn't throw me out.
Okay. I thought you were asked to leave one place.
No, I think that was Rex.
Now, I know Rex was asked to leave a lot of different places.
If I've been asked to leave one, I don't recall.
Okay.
In
thought
fact,
it was like a school board thing. I don't know.
No, that was just really unpleasant because I was hardcore going against that $198 million bond when I was still writing for the Daily Toreador.
Okay.
Or was it the University Daily? I don't remember which.
Yeah.
Anyway, I start working here in 2007, and our big boss, Robert Snyder, has a sick sense of humor and said, all right, Cole, you're going to go out and cover the school board.
Nice.
For their party on this. And it won by just like a fraction. And, of course, I caught the biggest bunch of flack from them.
Yeah.
But I wasn't asked to leave. Apparently everyone was hacked off at the fact that I was breathing.
Well, it's good that you're running. I think you're going to be, I don't know if you're going to have a challenger or not, but I think you will make a great chairman of the Lubbock County Republican Party. Tell folks why you decided to run. And kind of what your vision, I guess, for the local party is. Okay,
so I decided to run. Several people that actually come up to me and talked with me about it beforehand because they know how involved I've been since, I guess, 2001, 2002. I was in high school. And that's when I got to know a lot of these people, is when I was Lubbock High teenage Republicans, because the Lubbock County Republican Party was like, they have a high school group, and they sent in everybody that they possibly could. I mean, we had a lot of folks really helping out with this. And that's when I got to know them early on. And I've known these folks for so long and been involved with the party for this long that I guess they just kind of expected you should be the next one because I've been so involved.
Yeah.
And I do like to think that I can do a good job of working, because that's the biggest thing that the party chair has to do is fundraising and providing support for our candidates. And that's going to be the biggest thing. It's not like I'm going to be out legislating on this thing. Our whole goal is to keep providing good Republican candidates and to support the Republican candidates that we have.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can do that pretty comfortably.
Yeah. This area, I've been calling it the West Texas Firewall because, and I know you mentioned on Pratt's show that, without this area, Republican candidates are done statewide.
We're in trouble to an extent with the influx of Californians and other people. We've got these sizable blue cancers around the state that are growing and growing and growing. And so the other night, Republican Party of Texas Chairman James Dickey was here in Lubbock, and he actually was discussing the issues that are coming up with blue spreading. The areas that will deliver Republican statewide candidates and electoral college votes are going to be the Lubbock area, down to Midland, and East Texas.
Yeah.
And so when a lot of folks tend to think, well, my vote doesn't really matter because we're going to deliver the Republicans anyway, that's the sort of attitude that's going to wind up biting us in the rear end in the long term. We've got to make sure that we are getting people out to the polls. We're getting people energized. We're getting focused people to go help work on campaigns, because ultimately, without the grassroots working on this stuff, candidates aren't going to win.
How do you grow the party out here?
That's going to be one of the more difficult things, because I think so many people just believe Lubbock's going to be a Republican stronghold no matter what you do. Mm-hmm. And so they tend to use that as a reason not to show up, not to turn out. And so I think that we've got to get past that mindset and show them we're here, we're having fun doing it. Mm-hmm. If these people who work and raise families and take care of all that they have to in their life, if we can show them that not only are we fighting for what we believe in, but we're having a good time while we do it, I think that we can't lose.
Yeah, visiting with Cole Shooter, running for chairman of the Lubbock County Republican Party. So when it comes to, you mentioned that, when you were in high school, you had that outreach from the county party into the school. I know there have been times where you have the I think it's the Texas Tech College Republicans. They've been pretty active. How do you bridge that gap? From the college kids, and then maybe the college kids are going to hang out here for a while, but getting those college kids more involved. There was a story out today talking about the future of the Republican Party. You got to get younger. You got to get the millennials and the Gen Z or whatever they're going to be,
whoever they're going to put
exactly.
on it now.
But you got to keep bringing in new people, and that's obvious. How do you think that there needs to be a renewed focus on that moving forward?
I do. And I was actually College Republicans chair in 2006, because I came in, started as treasurer, and then kind of started taking over. So 2006, 2007, I was CR chair. And one of the nice things about it was the Lubbock County Republican Party was there to support us for everything we needed. They sent people out to our events. Pratt turned out to plenty of them. And that was funny when we would get trolls who would come in. Because college Republicans' politics is, let me think of the best way to put it. It's like normal politics under a microscope.
Yeah.
With a kid, or like a kid holding a magnifying glass over an ant in the sun. I mean, it is pretty volatile. Mm-hmm. And so it was always a lot of fun to do. But the party sent in people to help us out. Oh, y'all need money for food for an event. Here's some pizza. Let's get together. Here, we have these candidates who need interns for this. That is a great thing for that organization, the College Republicans, to be able to move to. Yeah. And I know that we also have College Republicans out at LCU. We need to also reach out to every other university that's in the area, since Lubbock kind of serves as the hub for the Republicans across the South Plains. Yeah. And that's one of the things that I want to do, is start getting those folks involved, because I was on the other end of it. Mm-hmm. And I think that the folks who were helping out did a fantastic job of bringing us in, because I know a good number of my CRs wound up interning for congressmen, state reps, all over the board. Yeah. And some of them are still in politics to this day, which, I mean, for better or for worse for their lives, that's what it is.
For a lot of these college kids, they're the ones who, they get excited about block walking. They get excited about going and volunteering. When sometimes, if you've got folks who have been involved for a long time within the Republican Party, I've done my block walk, and I really don't feel like block walking.
My feet hurt. I'm not going out today.
The college kids, they're ready to go.
They are. And they bring a level of excitement that you don't get from a lot of folks. And also, one of the things that I love is you can have the younger college Republicans and the older Republican Party members, and they can learn a lot from each other. Yeah. Because I think that the older members are going to really enjoy the excitement and the enthusiasm that they're going to bring. And the younger ones can learn a whole lot about life and politics from the older members that have been around us a long while. So, again, it's a win-win situation when you can bridge that gap. And I actually think that we've done a good job with the LCRP for a long time, and I just want to keep that going.
Yeah, exactly. Visiting with Cole Shooter right now, running for chairman of the Lubbock County Republican Party. So at the end of the day, for maybe people who are tuning in and they're like, oh, well, what does it matter who chairman is? What does it matter about the local Republican Party? Why does the local Republican Party matter?
The local Republican Party, and I can speak about Lubbock or just in general, The grassroots volunteers are the ones who bring in elections for Republican candidates. The Democrats have it in certain areas because they've got an influx of younger voters. And they're going to be the ones who want to go out and block walk and phone bank and get hung up on a lot and just move forward with that. The Republican Party's got to excite people. We've got to show them not only do we believe in smaller government, lower taxes, fewer regulations, we've got to show that we believe in freedom. And I don't mean to sound like William Wallace being drawn and quartered here, but this is the sort of thing that we have to fight for. Look at the nonsense they've got going on in Europe. They don't have free speech anymore. Yeah. It's gone. They don't have a Second Amendment like we've been so fortunate to have been granted, not just by our founding fathers, but by God. These are the sort of things that we have to move forward with. And that's why the Republican Party, not just here, but everywhere, is so important. And that's why we've got to make sure that we keep not just the state of Texas conservative, but the Republican Party in general conservative, because you've got to pay attention and know who is running for what so that you don't get some random candidates who might come in and turns out they're rhinos, because we've had that a lot.
Yeah. Cole, before I let you go, we had someone who texted in, and we've had a few people who have asked this before in the past, should the party get involved? And then this person's asking, does the party get involved in Lubbock City Council elections? I can tell you, Chris, the answer is no. Do you think that's something that is in the future, maybe not in the next couple of years, but down the road?
I don't see it being the future. It's possible that as Lubbock grows, they're going to need the Republican title. Right now, Lubbock is small enough that we generally tend to know who believes in what.
And if you listen enough, if you listen to the candidates, you know.
You've got to pay attention.
Yeah.
But that's fine, because you've got to pay attention no matter what. That's just part of being an educated voter. I don't see the city of Lubbock itself having partisan elections for a while. All I can say is just pay attention to who you're voting for.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, you got a website up and running yet?
Not yet. I've purchased coalshooter.com. I wanted to go ahead and get that before any cyber squatters just put up strange pictures of Wilford Brimley or whatever.
You were thinking about Rob Snyder, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't have the website up and running yet, but it will be coming very soon.
Good. All right. Cole Shooter, he's running for chairman of the Lubbock County Republican Party, and you'll be back here in a couple of weeks filling in for me, so that's good.
I will. Thank you, Chad.
Yeah. Thank you, Cole. Appreciate it, and good luck to you.